What's up, man? Let me take you for a little spin, man. Show you what it feel like.
I gotta go make these drop-offs.
Man, you think you're the only one out here working, B? Gotta make drop-offs too, B. Come on, man, get in, man. I ain't taking no for an answer, man.
Come on, man. Get in, man. I ain't taking no for an answer. Welcome back to the No Cap Podcast. I'm your host, SaloHommie Moe. Thank you for listening. Before we get into today's episode, I need you all to do me a small favor. Like and subscribe wherever you may be listening to this podcast. I'm available on all major platforms and now available on Hidden City Radio Monday through Friday at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On this episode of the No Cap Podcast, it's somewhat of a special episode. I invited my little sister on and we talked about a few conspiracy theories. We went into space, underwater, aliens. It was kind of all over the place. No cap, no script style. So thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe and listen to my podcast when you ain't got shit else to do. So they're coming from...
Oh, okay, so we breaking it down. Okay, so the ocean has only been 5 to 10% explored. No human or machinery has ever went to the very bottom of the ocean due to the pressure. The deeper you get in the ocean,
I thought Michael Bay made the machine that can go to the bottom of the ocean. The Titanic.
No. You're talking about the guy who filmed Titanic and he made like cameras and stuff. I think his name Michael Cameron or something like that. But nevertheless, he made cameras that can go to a deep length, but the Titanic is not even on the bottom floor. It's like on a lead type of platform in the ocean. It's not on the bottom. So
they can go to the moon, but they can't go to the bottom of the ocean is what you're telling me.
Right. The very bottom of the ocean has never been seen or never been explored.
By humans.
By humans, exactly.
Physically.
But there hasn't been any cameras or anything that they want us to believe that can sustain that pressure to see to that length of the ocean either.
I don't believe that.
But I think that that's all crap. Because you mean to tell me we got iPhones, we got Apple Watches, we got all this high-tech technology, driving cars, everything, all these skyscrapers straight to the clouds, and y'all can't build something that can sustain the pressure to see what's at the bottom of the ocean. I think it's a lie. And I think a scientist or somebody has made a camera, not man-controlled, just a camera, and they have gone to the bottom of the ocean, and they've seen something that they weren't supposed to see, or they've seen something that the government felt like we weren't ready to digest. And they classified it. But I definitely feel like they know what's down there.
So when you mean something, are you talking about the aliens?
Okay. So, this is how I'm going to wrap all of that into one. So, first of all, let's start with the dinosaurs, and I'm going to wrap that into that. So, everybody want to believe, the dinosaurs, meteor came, wiped out the whole planet. But how? When they got sharks, that are as old that date back years, like hundreds and thousands of years. They just found the shark that was like 500 years old. So on top of that, I'm
finna type it in Google right now because this is a No Cap Podcast. I just can't have you open here saying anything.
You can type it in Google. Like these, I'm telling you. But anyway,
it's a 5-year, 100-year-old shark.
I typed in the oldest shark ever found. I feel as though that when the meteor was coming, some dinosaurs, like whether they were land dinosaurs or water dinosaurs, whatever, some ancient creatures, they seen it coming. While everybody was panicking, they just started swimming down, and they got used. They got used to being at that length, used to being like breathing the way they breathe. Not saying they don't ever come up; they just don't come up around us. But it's something down there, and if they went deep enough, the meteor wiped out all life on the top of the earth. Who said it went that far?
Right. I understand as far as as life already being down there, like on the bottom, and when everything went down, it was just so far down that they wasn't affected. So like all this shit going on top, they don't even know what the fuck going on the top.
And
but
then
I don't think
all the time, like these different creatures and stuff be floating up to the beach and resurfacing and everything. And now all the time she's like, oh, new species found. What is this creature? That's all of that stuff that's down there. I'm telling you. But okay. So the dinosaurs, some dinosaurs seen the meteor coming. They were able to swim deep enough and learn how to breathe and everything at those lengths, because when you go that far deep down also, it's very cold. So they learned how, it's also megalodons down there too, world largest sharks. But nevertheless.
So hold on. Let's slow down. Let's backtrack. So we brought up the 500-year-old shark, because I looked it up and it said it's potentially 500-year-old sharks.
That's what I'm saying. They don't know how to tell it.
But that's not billion. That's not a billion-year-old shark though.
Have you ever seen the movie Megalodon?
The movie.
Yeah.
The movie.
Well, okay, just follow me though. Have you ever seen it though?
Yes, I've seen the movie. Let me remind you, this is No Cap Podcast.
In the movie, so in the movie, for the people listening, a megalodon is like this huge ancient shark. Like it's like 10 sharks in one. Like it's huge. Mm-hmm. So basically, megalodons are like in that part of the ocean that is like super far down that humans can't get to, where it's super cold there, and the scientists ended up drilling and allowing a pocket of heat to come through, and that's how the shark got up to our length. Mm-hmm. How do we know, just based on that theory, how do we know that there aren't still ancient sharks of that size down there at that length?
I mean, because you would there have to be some evidence that there's another level under what's already down there.
But there is.
What evidence is that?
Okay,
I mean, the only evidence you gave me so far is the movie.
Since you're on Google, type in how deep is the ocean right now, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The ocean is hundreds and thousands of miles deep that we have not seen, not discovered. Type it in right now so you can see for yourself what I'm talking about.
Okay. I mean, I know the deepest part of the ocean is the Mariana Trench, but
that's not the deepest part of the ocean, though. The Mariana Trench is not the deepest part. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the deepest part humans have been to. Humans have seen, allegedly.
It says the average depth of how deep is the ocean? The average depth of the ocean is 12,100 feet. The deepest part of the ocean is called the Challenger Deep. Is located beneath the Western Pacific in the southern end of the Mariana Trench, which runs several hundred kilometers southwest of the U.S. territorial islands of Guam.
That nobody has been to. Nobody has been down. That's what I'm saying. It could be ancient whales down there, ancient sharks down there.
Yeah, of course, right. But I'm saying, I'm not disagreeing with you, but what does that have to do with aliens?
Okay, so I was taking it step by step so everybody follow me.
Yeah, that's what I said. I like it like that. Take baby steps, you know what I'm saying? Walk me to it.
Okay, so we talked about the dinosaurs, so here's where the aliens come into play. So any documentary anybody has ever seen, when you hear about aliens and stuff, they lead us to believe that the aliens have always been around. We're the new people in the galaxy, in the universe. The aliens have been here. That's why they're supposed to be so far advanced in technology and what they know and stuff. So you mean to tell me, if these, just based on their theory, scientist theory from the Discovery Channel, and any other documentary out there that says aliens are far more advanced than us, so you mean to tell me a group of alien spaceships, whatever, they pull up in our universe, see our planet in this universe is the only planet that has water, sustainable life, all of this stuff. And they're just like, oh, okay, we're going to keep on driving. Let's see what's going on with Mars. No, they came here. And some of them stayed here. Who's to say, like how we got a space station floating around in space right now, checking stuff out, who's to say if they already that advanced, already that smart, they probably have stuff that can go to the depths of the ocean that we can't even do yet, allegedly. So who's to say they didn't build the whole base at the bottom of the ocean years before we even touched down? And everybody, and that's why I say, that's why I believe that it's a possibility that the government has seen the bottom of the ocean. Because I was just watching a documentary the other day, and this guy who used to work for NASA, he's like 83 years old, he said we have made contact with aliens, but they don't want to declassify all of that yet because they don't feel like we can take it, like our brains can take it, what's going on and what's happening. But he was like, they're in the least place that you would expect. I'm telling you, it's the ocean. But anyway, they came and they built the little station this is my theory, but they came, built a little station in the ocean floor. One of our scientists did build something that could see to those depths, and they came across it, and they tried to go through all the proper channels to tell the government, and the government classified the file, so we wouldn't know. So in our mind, we still think that humans can only go to a certain depth, but they already been down there, and that's where the aliens are. They don't want to tell us all of that. So instead, they have us looking to space. They got us looking in the stars and stuff like, oh, it was life on Mars. It was footprints on Mars. It's sleight hand magic. They're trying to distract us from what's really happening. The aliens have already been on Earth, and they're already here. All these UFO sightings and stuff like that, the ocean is millions of miles long, stretching around the whole planet. Them UFOs see about the ocean and nobody would even know. Y'all just see them in the sky when they already here, and they take off their lightning speed. You don't know where they're going. They can already be here. But instead of getting the crowds riled up and everything, believing that aliens are walking among us and living among us or whatever, already on the same planet as us, they, we found life on Jupiter. Oh, we found traces of water on Mars. We found this. They want us to look into space. So everybody gonna freak out because they're really here. They're already here in the ocean.
Okay, we got a lot to unpack right there. So I'm gonna just start with this point here. So, if they're aliens, they will have to be some type of advanced race. If I'm not mistaken, they have to be smarter than us. Is what you're saying?
Okay.
Now, in any other time in history, when a bigger and better race finds a smaller and competent race, when Christopher Columbus found the Native Americans, he didn't just try to live among them. If it was aliens, they would take, if they was that, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they would just be trying to kick it.
But
like,
listen,
all the shit that's going on in the world, like, why would they want to kick it here? Like,
no, but listen to what you're saying, though.
They didn't probably solve global warming, all that type of shit. Why would they want to kick it here? We got all type of pollution and shit.
Right, I'm
plastic in the ocean. You talking about they live in the ocean? The ocean polluted in the motherfucker. It's plastic bottles.
Not that deep, though. That's the surface of the ocean. That's what I'm trying to say. Check it out. But based on what you just said,
hey, a brick gonna go to the bottom of the ocean, G.
The aliens are so advanced, so much smarter than us. They already know how this is gonna play out. So why even waste their time? They know anywhere that man has touched, they have destroyed. Period.
Exactly.
So they know how this is. They know
so
how
why they
want to
kick
play
it?
Out. Huh?
So what are you saying? So you're saying like the aliens? So basically, you basically saying the aliens. It's an alien Atlantis, is what you're saying.
Think of a space station in space. It's like a little control hub.
Is a space station in space or is it underwater under the?
Right. So the aliens, not saying they live here. It's just like a group of aliens from another universe, another whatever, another galaxy, and just to observe us for their own purposes. It's a hub of them in the water, and then when we see all these UFO sightings and stuff, that's just them changing out the people that's coming. Just like when we go to space every couple of years to swap out people going to the space station, that's just them swapping out people. But they haven't came and communicated with humans because they're advanced. They know how this is gonna end. They're gonna let us destroy each other. What do they have to do to work for? They want to. It's like a show to them. They're watching. humans have touched, we have destroyed. If we go to another planet, it will end up just like Earth is, polluted, toxic, all this other stuff. Like, they know.
I mean, because that's natural. That's the circle of life, though. You have to eat life to live. I mean, wherever you go, you have to eat the planet.
That's the man's circle of life.
You don't have to eat. You have to live off the land, no matter where you go.
That is the man's circle of life. I'm not gonna say which man, but that is the man's circle of life. Because before we can get into a whole other conversation about this, because before we even came here, we were doing just fine, building our own nations.
But before we get there, let's just go here. What evidence? What is the most compelling evidence do you have for any of the statements that you just came on here and made?
Well, like I said, the most compelling of them all. Nobody knows. See, here's the thing.
Exactly. So it could be nothing.
I mean, it could be nothing, but it also could be something. And the fact that nobody has ever been that deep, allegedly, and nobody has ever seen what's down there, allegedly, we don't know what's happening.
So why aliens ain't never made themselves, you know what I'm saying, like, say what up and
based on the video clip that I've seen of the 83-year-old that used to work for NASA and everything, he said, in fact, the aliens have made contact with world leaders and stuff, but they don't want to make full contact with the human race because they don't feel like we're ready to sustain everything that comes with aliens.
You must don't listen. You listen to the Joe Rogan podcast? I don't think you do.
Nah.
But he had a guy that worked on. I forget his name, and he got a documentary on Netflix. But he used to work for Area 51. But like, and he be telling his story, but they blacklisted him and shit. Like, say they don't never know him and shit. But like, he basically got all the proof saying he was there and shit. But basically, he was saying that he wasn't saying that like what you were saying. He was basically saying that alien aircraft has always been crash landing on Earth, and what they do is they take the alien aircraft and they take it and they hurry up. They take it when people say they seen something in the sky. They be like, "Oh, that was a balloon," or "We was testing some shit." Walk about. But they take it. They heard the FBI come take that shit, and what they do is they try to make reverse technology from it. Like, they try to make it work again, and then that's how they bring new. That's basically, motherfuckers say that's where basically like the microwave and shit came from. Like, motherfuckers.
But where did they put the aliens that crashed with the ship?
But that's what, and that's what he was saying too. Like, a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying, they died with the ship, but it was like one time they had. It was a live one in there, but he talked telepathically, but that wasn't his department. So every time he seen it.
Hold on. Ain't that what happened to Independence Day?
No, but I'm just saying I guess that's just commonly how aliens talk. But no, for real, I'm finna, cause he got a documentary. He got a documentary on Netflix though. I gotta watch it though, cause he was on Joe Rogan. Like, Joe Rogan, like, he don't have people on his podcast unless they like got talking about some shit.
But I'm saying that's like the whole thing with Independence Day. Alien crash landed and was talking telepathically.
Shorty, you started off the show talking about a guy using a movie as reference point, so we're not even gonna do this. This is a No Cap podcast. God damn it. Netflix.
But anyway, like I'm saying, whether it's aliens or something else, but in the next 2 years, something wild as hell is gonna come out that ocean. Something, it could be the size of
Godzilla.
Whatever.
I know you
wake
gonna
up,
say
turn
that.
on the news one day,
I know you
and
gonna
something's
say that.
gonna be coming up out the ocean.
Yeah, that's his name. His name is Bob Lazar. So Bob Lazar, he a real dude. And he basically got all the proof to say he worked at Area 51, but Area 51 basically blackballed him when he came out and was telling all the shit that he did. You know what I'm saying?
Why would Area 51 even allow him to go on a podcast and say stuff like this?
No, cause he old and shit. You know what I'm saying? He old. He got shit. They couldn't. What they were supposed to. They was supposed to kill him, but they.
Think he senile or something.
You say what?
I said, so they basically expecting everybody to think he's senile or something, just crazy as hell.
Yeah. So, right, exactly. But he basically got all the other proof, like he got classmates and shit and everything, like, and I never watched the documentary, but it's a documentary on Netflix and it say, I think it's Area 51 Flying Saucers. Area 51 and Flying Saucers. Bob Lazar.
Here's a question that I seen floating around the internet a month or two ago. It said, what would you rather know, the secrets of the ocean or the secrets of the universe?
The universe? The fuck?
Why?
Boy, there's one planet. The universe is compiled of planets and stars and all type of shit. You just want to see some old sharks. You just want to see some 500-year-old sharks and shit. I'm cool.
I think I would want to know about the ocean because I mean we right next door. We're on the same planet as the ocean. So whatever is down there could just come up at any point in time and kill us all.
You know what? You coming on here with your ocean argument is just making my moon argument stronger and stronger. Like if y'all ain't been to the bottom, if y'all ain't been to the bottom of the damn ocean, y'all ain't been on the goddamn moon. I don't give a fuck who you talking to. Hey man.
So you basically saying the moon landing was fake.
Clearly. I mean, I'm not the strongest weed in the dispensary, but
I seen a tweet that said if he was the only person on the moon, who took the picture?
Nah, it was more people. It was more than one person.
So why do you think it was fake, though?
Oh, so you gotta, come on, man. You gotta go on some YouTube rabbit holes, man. Just all the footage, all none of this shit it just don't add up. Like, we never been back since we been there. You know what I'm saying? If we been there that once, it's 2020. If we went there back then, why we ain't been back? Like, we could have been mining resources from there and shit. Yeah. Every other time we'll just go to the moon and just look at that bitch and fly back, but they only been on foot. They ain't been on foot on the moon. That shit was fake. You can go on YouTube and watch the footage. That shit fake as hell.
But I'm saying, just like how you asked me, what is your substantial reason for thinking they faked it though? Maybe they just don't have any other reason to go back.
Right, but this is the conspiracy though. This is the conspiracy. Okay. The conspiracy is they did go, they did get off the plane, and they did get off the spaceship. When they got off the spaceship, they was greeted by some shit that they couldn't record, and it was like, shit, we gotta fake some shit, cause what we really went up there and saw on shore, we can't come back and tell on shore. So that's one of the conspiracies on why it was fake. Another thing was why it was fake is because they was trying to it was a space race against the Russians to get the first person to get to the moon during the Cold War. Yeah. So they was trying to get to the moon before the Russians. So they had just filmed that shit to make so they can say they got that before the Russians did.
So you think aliens are in outer space?
I don't know what the fuck is in space, but I'm just saying them crackers don't know what's in space either. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, they supposed to have like little robots and stuff on Mars.
Hey, you talking about robots on Mars? Why the fuck? That's all I don't understand. They always talking about robots on Mars, colonizing Mars. Why wouldn't you put robots on the moon and colonize the moon first?
Maybe people don't want to look up in the sky and see people living on the moon.
I don't know. That shit just, I don't know if that make too much sense to me, but that's what I said. That's why. And then it's like, when you send the rovers and all that shit, it's like, now it's like, alright, man. Cause you know, any picture of the globe that you see of Earth, it really ain't Earth. It's really CGI. Like, you really don't see too many. And I had found that out during my flat Earth research. You know what I'm saying? I thought the Earth was flat for like 2 weeks.
You said you thought or you think the Earth was flat?
No, I thought the Earth was flat for 2 weeks. I'm sure. I'm sure. That shit was crazy. Hey, they got a lot of compelling arguments, yo. For real. Hey, YouTube a motherfucker, shorty. Hey.
So basically, it's supposed to be a part of the Earth you can just fall off the side of.
Nah, not a part of the Earth you gonna fall off the side of. It's just like basically like if you be on an airplane, you know what I'm saying, it's flat as far as you can see. If you be on a boat, it's flat as far as you can see. You know what I'm saying? There's no curvature nowhere ever. You know what I'm saying? And they basically saying like Antarctica is like basically ice walls or some shit. And I was like, what this shit is. I ain't.
Ice wall for what though? Like what's up under Antarctica? Transformer?
There's like a whole. Some people think it's like a Garden of Eden type shit. Like some people think it's like another world type shit. It's crazy. Right? YouTube rabbit hole I went down, but the Earth is definitely round though.
I can believe it's something on one of the Antarcticas, north or south, whatever. Pick your pick. It's something up there too underneath all that.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think because I know it's enough technology for them to go to Antarctica and do what the fuck they want to do and shit. They're like, that's wasted land, wasted opportunity. Like I could be making, but I know like Russia, or I think Russia was building a army base there, like shit like that. We need to be doing shit like that.
Underneath the ice, it's something in one of them Antarcticas underneath the ice.
Yeah, dinosaurs.
I'm talking about living. Like if they did you see the most recent Godzilla when they was digging and all the other stuff and they kept finding all these monsters and creatures and stuff? That's gonna happen to us.
Yeah. That's kind of impossible. Just because they wouldn't be able, it's not the same, like the same food, the same air, it's not the same. All the conditions is different. The atmosphere, all that shit is different.
That don't mean nothing at all.
That does mean something.
In a few years, some crazy shit gonna happen. It's gonna pop off.
If it's a certain dinosaur that only laid eggs in a tree that grew 400 feet tall that don't even grow no more, how the fuck how that don't matter?
I'm saying, what if the creature that's under the ice is already fully grown and was just hibernating or something?
You talking about hibernating? That's not hibernating if it's in the ice. It's dead. Hibernating is when they go to sleep on purpose. Hey, fuck you talking about?
We don't know, but we don't know how long them animals could sleep from back then.
You talking about?
And that's another
Jasmine,
thing.
it's a difference between sleep and dead. What are you talking about?
That's another thing though.
You talking about sleep? If the mummies would sleep, they'd be alive too.
I'm telling you, but no. How did they know how dinosaurs sounded if nobody ever heard a dinosaur before?
They don't. It's just a estimate. You know what I'm saying? People now, a lot of scientists now saying that dinosaurs have feathers on them.
Well, Christians don't even believe dinosaurs are real.
Wait a minute. We're not even going to talk about Christians on the show. No, I'm not even going to. I'll take that back. We're not going to do that. But, damn.
Because the dinosaurs were real. They're supposed to be in the Bible walking around next to Jesus. So somebody lied.
Hold on. What you say about Jesus?
I said if dinosaurs were real, they were supposed to be in the Bible walking around next to Jesus. Like they were supposed to be in the midst of all of that too.
That's what
since there's no mention of dinosaurs in the Bible, they don't believe they're real.
That's what the dates say? That's how the dates coincide?
Yeah, all of dinosaurs, DC8, all that, they coincide with Bible events.
Yeah, but you know a lot of Bible people say dinosaurs ain't real.
It's videos on YouTube of Christians breaking it down, like, and they basically think dinosaur bones and all of that were planted by the government.
Right. I know. Yeah.
They don't believe that none of that happened.
What about you?
Do I believe that? Well, I think.
I mean, if Jesus was God, he could tame a dinosaur. So I mean,
I don't even, I don't even know how to say it in a way that wouldn't offend anybody.
Hey, it's No Cap Podcast, Joe. We don't worry about offending nobody.
I don't even think I wouldn't put my money on the whole Adam and Eve, Mary and Joseph, I wouldn't put my money there. But
first of all, that whole story is interpreted wrong. It's interpreted wrong.
Interpreted wrong, right, indifferent. I don't believe
it's been. I mean, because you gotta think about it. First of all, everything that you know about ancient anything, if you want to get your real knowledge about it, you have to do your own research on it. Because The white man goes everywhere, starts a war, takes over the place, dresses up like the people, and then fuck everything up, and then leave, and then retell the story.
Yeah.
As far as, you know what I'm saying, like the Egyptians and the Africans, you know what I'm saying?
But even like if you look at it even a little bit more recently than that, because these events were supposed to happen on the continent of Africa.
What events?
How come?
What you talking about?
Huh?
What events?
The events of the Bible, like all of that stuff happened in East, like Jerusalem, all of that. That's on the continent Africa. That's over there.
See.
So if that's the case, how come when slavery began, how come the Africans that were there didn't know anything about that?
See, I'm finna break it down to you.
The Africans were worshiping, the sun, the stars, their gods, and everything.
Exactly. We not Africans.
Oh, okay, excuse me. Well, whatever their native country
we not
was,
Africans. So basically,
went by correctly.
So basically, this is the thing where people get the Bible mixed up with. And this is where Christianity, because Christianity fucked everything up, because Christianity is the white man taking an ancient book and putting his whitewashing on it, just like how he tried to dress up like the Egyptians and all that shit. He tried to dress up like the Moors and all that goof ass shit. He tried to dress up like the Jews and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And we the real Jews, supposedly, to some people, you know what I'm saying? So basically, like, people be thinking, like, in the Bible be like, God put Jesus and Mary. No, that shit is fake. Joseph, they had sex, a boy on the Bob, they had a baby on the Bob. That's how it happened. When God said, you know what I'm saying, he created the earth and 7 days and shit, one day in God days is like 500 years or some shit, Walter Bob. So it's like,
okay.
Yeah, so it's like, white people got it like, they mixed it all up. You know what I'm saying? So like Adam and Eve wasn't the first person, because if Adam and Eve was the first people, that means God would be okay with incest. Because that means, how would you make other people?
Okay.
So basically, when and the way the Hebrew Israelites explain it, when they was naked, it don't mean they was like naked like in the, you know what I'm saying, when they was naked in a garden, they was like naked without no clothes. It mean like they was like, they didn't have the laws, statutes, and commandments from the Bible. They ain't had a Bible and shit. So yeah, so basically that's what a lot of people, so like that's where a lot of the paganism took over and the Christianity took over. That's how, you know what I'm saying, you got Christmas trees and shit like that, and God's birthday was on Christmas and shit like that, and a white man and blue eyes and shit like that. So, and I guess that's a conspiracy too, I'm sure, because Christianity is basically, is a cult. That's all it is.
That, because they went on the whole Christian crusade killing people that didn't believe what they did.
Right, exactly. On Shorty. Chris Columbus, all of yes, on Shorty. Yeah, on Shorty.
They don't talk about all that though. That's just covered up somewhere else. But they went on the whole, basically a little war, and if they showed up at your spot and was like, yo, claim Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior, we're gonna blow up this. They was killing people.
Yeah. But I mean, but it's always been like that from the beginning of time, though. So I mean, for all the gods and shit like that, motherfuckers was cutting motherfuckers' head off for Buddha. So
apocalypse, though.
And motherfucker Buddhist monks, Shorty, they like got Buddhist monks. They like got them like they willingly like went in like these tombs and just like went in the meditation position and just sat there till they died, just like
What?
On Shorty, like real live, Shorty, like the monks, like they take that shit for real. Like you can kick a monk in the balls and he's just gonna be like, oh sorry, oh man, what the fuck you do to a monk? Oh, sorry. Do not, hey, if you see a monk on the street, do not try to, Hey, all my brothers listen to this episode. Do not fuck with no monk, Joe. You see anybody with that robe on, leave him alone. Oh, sure. But basically...
So wait, so since you say the Bible was interpreted wrong, all this other stuff, so how do you think the world is going to end?
If the world, I don't think the world is going to end. I mean, we just going to die and it's over with, and then people just going to keep living. If the world end, I feel like if the world end, it's going to be because the motherfucking sun went out and that motherfucker turned to a supernova and blew up or some shit, or an asteroid came in. Cause shit, on sure they were like motherfucking a real pandemic like the COVID flu times 19, like wiped out like half the planet and motherfuckers started living like I Am Legend and shit on shore, shit like that. But other than that, I don't see like nobody cracking the sky with motherfucker with wings coming out the sky and shit like that. So like that Heaven and Hell shit.
Just wasting their time.
Exactly. On sure. Why Christianity? Because you gotta think about it. It's telling all these people like this is the only religion you gotta wait till you dead to get. You know what I'm saying? To you go through all the bullshit here, but when you die, it's gonna be okay. You gonna see everybody you love, and it's gonna be streets of gold. Everybody gonna have wings flying around and shit.
Mansions in the sky.
Oh, shorty. Nah, man. Sure, you got.
So what do you think happens when you die?
You just don't nothing happen. You just gone.
I've been seeing a lot of.
You don't even know you gone. It's just over with.
I've been seeing a lot of videos on TikTok about life after death, and then people who die for like 4 minutes and whatever they feel.
I'm really loving the references you bringing on the No Cap podcast.
You say what?
The references. You started off with movies, and now you're talking about TikTok.
I'll send you the TikToks as I see them.
Please.
But nevertheless.
Yes.
They like people who died and came back for like a couple of minutes or whatever. They be like, when you die, you feel you can see like the whole universe. You have like you see your whole life, you see the whole universe, and you see everything like flash before your eyes. You understand the meaning of life and everything, but you feel at peace.
Right. And you know what also happens when you come close to death? Your brain releases endorphins in your brain that makes you naturally high, to makes it easy because your body know you finna die too. So that could be one of the things they experiencing also. But
me personally,
even with that being said, so are you saying it's a heaven and hell? Is that what you're saying?
Well, me personally, I believe in reincarnation. I think when you die, you get shipped to another planet, another universe, another galaxy. You just become somebody or something else, and you just start all over.
You just start all over.
Well, you don't have any recollection of your past life, but it's like when you die, the white light that you're seeing is actually the white light you're seeing as you're
the white light that who's seeing? Who told you about this white light? I am seeing white light. I don't know. I've heard of a YouTube, been out on a YouTube wormhole and heard a few accounts, but everybody account different, man. And it's like, you gotta think about it like this: if it's a heaven and hell, if you gotta go to hell, when we talking about reincarnation, all right. If it's reincarnation, you basically saying that everything that you like do is for nothing. Like there ain't no point in leaving no legacy because you're gonna be something else.
You leave a legacy while you're here.
Right. So you supposed to leave a legacy for all these different damn people? You can't be Martin Luther King every damn time. Like you gonna be a bum. One time you gonna be a bum. You gonna be a crack baby. Like what the fuck? On shorty.
No. Check it out. Let me explain.
On shorty, you gonna be a crack baby.
I believe in reincarnation, but every time.
You're gonna be a retard.
Hey, hear me out. So I believe in reincarnation, but every time you're reincarnated. You're reincarnated as somebody with an entirely different life. So if you are rich in one life, you might be reincarnated as somebody that's super poor or somebody that's middle, low class. Like, you're not reincarnated into the same exact life cycle again. It's like, so people experience different parts. Everybody gets, it's the ladder. Everybody experiences a different shuffle of the ladder every time you're reading. But you don't remember your past life. So Martin Luther King could be living in Africa in the hut for all we know right now. That's what I'm saying. You
right.
Don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's fucked up. He was just Martin Luther King.
How so?
Now he in a hut in Africa with no electricity, no running water. That's what I was like, just kill me now. Oh, Jordan.
If you ask me, it's messed up. It's messed up that it's people living in huts.
Like, what if I die and wake up white? Oh, Jordan. Oh, now I see all white people be killing themselves. I'm sure they're like, I'm not even supposed to be here.
You don't know. And that's the only thing, too. Here go another question. How come when things get bad for us as Americans, everybody start praying like, oh, the world about to end, Jesus.
You be talking about Americans.
In third world countries, living in huts, no food, no water, no nothing. Shit's been bad for them. How come God ain't coming back for them? How come he ain't hearing their prayers and giving them water?
He coming back when Revelations come.
Oh my God! Do you remember back in the day why they told us we couldn't read the book Holes or watch the movie?
No.
Because they was digging holes to hell.
No, I remember that one.
Oh my God! And then Pokemon and stuff.
I don't remember the Holes of Hell one, but I remember the Pokemon one. I think what the fuck they were saying? They saying they was demonic or something.
They were supposed to be pocket demons and stuff like, bro.
Yeah, but that's a whole thing when people like, that's what I'm saying. That's a whole thing when people say like, yo, they son shot the school up because they was playing Grand Theft Auto. Like, if a movie or a video game make you do some shit, you crazy. You need to take medicine.
Period.
Oh, sure.
That ain't got nothing to do with no video games. We been playing video games all our life, and I ain't never shot up no school.